Welcome to our video series introducing search engine optimization. In this video, we'll look at keyword research tools, particularly Wordtracker. Now, the first step in getting more traffic to your website through the search engines by search engine optimization is to decide which keywords you want your site to be found under. And of course, there are two ways to look at it. If you're thinking of building a new site or moving into a new market, then you would of course be building a keyword list from scratch with no existing site to take into consideration. But if you have an existing site, then of course you have pages that you immediately want to start getting more traffic to. So that gives you an idea immediately of the kinds of keywords you might be looking for. Okay, so let's go with the example of golf equipment. Let's say you're thinking of, or you already have, a site selling golf equipment. However, currently the site isn't search engine optimized at all. So you're starting right at the beginning, so you can make the necessary changes getting more traffic through the search engines. Okay, there are a number of tools that help you with keywords, that give you a lot of market research on keywords and help the keyword research process go a lot easier and quicker. And there's a free service at Yahoo that comes and goes. It's not always online at inventory.overture.com. That's their keyword suggestion tool. But though it's entirely free and popular, sometimes you just can't connect to it at all. I've been trying here for the last half hour or so, and it's not responding. So it's a useful tool, but not really one you can depend on. Okay, a great service is Wordtracker at wordtracker.com, and you can get a paid version, or you can get started with a free version if you wish, just by taking the free trial. The free trial is very functional, but obviously there's less functionality there than in the full version. So here's the Wordtracker free trial screen. And first of all, on the left it says find hundreds of related keywords. So you can start with just one keyword or a few keywords if you wish. And actually, by coincidence, they're using the same example I am. So you're selling golf equipment, and of course you could just start with the word golf if you wish, but that's very broad. But we can start with that and see what that brings back. We can do a lateral and thesaurus search. Let's keep those both ticked and proceed. And okay, it's done a search and we have some keywords. So let's take a look. So related keywords to golf, golf, golf course, and it gives us quite broad terms. Used, club, apparel, discount. Okay, so golf clubs would be a good start. If we click that, on the right here it drills down deeper into related terms. Plus, as a prediction, it lets you know the number of daily searches on that term. So for golf clubs, Wordtracker predicts, it may not be correct, but it predicts just over 1,600 daily searches. Used golf clubs, discount golf clubs, clone golf clubs, and so on. So what I'm really leading to here is that you're going to have trouble in the beginning competing for such a term as golf clubs. Obviously, there are already a lot of established sites out there that are doing very well on that term. It would take you quite a while to compete on such a competitive term. You can build up to that, but in the first place, start with a less competitive term. So let's take a look at the terms with less traffic, but which are still very relevant. Okay, these aren't particularly niche yet, but they start becoming more niche, like Nike golf clubs. I would assume there's a lot of competition on that as well. You see that by not just having generic golf clubs, but by including brand names, the search terms start becoming more and more specific, and therefore they have less and less competition. Okay, Adams golf clubs, left-handed golf clubs, and it says the other 85 keywords are available in the enhanced version, basically the paid version. Now, if you want to drill down even more on any of these terms, you can dig. For example, used golf clubs, if we click that, it drills down even more into that keyword phrase. So we get more related terms: used golf club, used Callaway golf clubs. So again, brand names are coming into the search terms here. Used golf club sale, used Cleveland golf clubs, used golf clubs for sale. Okay, very similar to that, and so on. You see that these don't get many searches, but they could be a good place to start competing. And to give you an idea of competition levels, okay, I've copied this text here, Wilson used golf clubs, which Wordtracker predicts gets 18 searches a day. And okay, I've gone to Google and searched for that keyword phrase within quotes, so it looks for it as a phrase rather than as separate words. That's important. And there are only 8 results. So there isn't much competition there at all, so that could be a good starting point for getting traffic on a low competition term, because it's a lot easier to compete there when you're starting new with search engine optimization, rather than the much more competitive term of golf clubs, for example. So just by doing this, you could easily come up with dozens, if not more, relevant terms for your site that you can compete on without too much problem, and you can start getting traffic through the search engines very quickly. And in this example, I talked of an e-commerce site selling golf equipment. Obviously, any equipment search, and especially a brand name search, is going to be relevant to what you're offering, if you sell that, of course. If they're searching for golf clubs, and your store only sells different types of golf balls, that's not really relevant to their search, so they'll probably hit the back button as soon as they enter your site. So for any term they searched on, you want to send them to a page which is relevant to the visitor. Then that visitor can spend some time on your site and then potentially become a customer because what you're offering is relevant to what they searched for. Something to keep in mind as well, obviously there's less traffic on these more specific terms. There are fewer searches on these specific terms, but general terms such as golf clubs, for example, that may indicate that the person searching is perhaps either looking for general information, or maybe they're at the start of their buying process, at the start of the research process before they buy golf clubs. The more specific a search gets, then that often implies that the person doing the searching is nearer to actually buying, because when you know exactly what you want to buy, you may go to Google and type in the exact product name to find out the prices across multiple sites. But if you aren't sure what you want to buy, you may just enter some general terms to start getting some feedback from the search engine so you can drill deeper and start understanding what's available and then make your decision about exactly what type of product you want. So the more specific the product search, often it means that the person searching is a lot nearer to actually buying than someone conducting a more general search. So often, if you can get those people with the more specific searches, it can make it a lot more likely that they'll actually purchase something from you, rather than being just a visitor who's doing research and maybe trying to understand the market. Such as this example. Instead of golf clubs, used golf clubs for sale is a much more specific term, and it implies that the person doing the searching is a lot clearer about exactly what they want. They're looking for used golf clubs, and, at least in theory, they want to buy. So what I've just demonstrated here is a quick and easy way to start building up your keyword list for search engine optimization. And Wordtracker has been around for quite a few years and is a very established and proven service recommended by many people. However, there's one further option you may want to take a look at, and there are a number of these keyword research services. I would definitely say that Wordtracker is the leader currently and has been for quite a while. But there are other services, and the one you may want to take a look at, which is hopefully still around and offering a free trial by the time you view this video, is at keyworddiscovery.com. And as they offer a free trial, that's another service you may wish to try that can quickly and easily help you build up your keyword list.